Ladies and gentlemen, Primetime CP23 here, back with another Diablo 3 Season 10 starter build. Today we're going to be going over a starter build for the Monk, which gets the Inna's set. It is a 7-piece set, actually, so there's going to be one piece that you definitely do not need to be using, and a second to still get the 6-piece bonus. And if you're using a Ring of Royal Grandeur, as this build is using, then there's going to be a second piece that you do not have to wear. In this case, we are not wearing the boots or leggings for the Inna set. So this build is going to be combining the 6-piece bonus for Inna's set with the 2-piece bonus for the Uliana's Stratagem set, along of course with the crudest boots. So let's get right into it. Since this is a starter build, we're going to be using marquee gems only, with reduced cooldown in the helm and dexterity in the chest piece and leggings. Rank 25 legendary gems, in this case Esoteric Alteration, Bane of the Trapped, and Bane of the Powerful. We are using a few ancient items simply because I didn't have them in non-ancient, and I wanted to go ahead and make the build anyway. So your numbers, if you use this as a starter build, your numbers will probably be lower than this 832,000 sheet damage and 36 million toughness and the 8 million recovery. So keep that in mind. Your numbers will probably be lower than that. Just because of which pieces I am using, I do have to wear a Ring of Royal Grandeur in the cube to make it so that we can get the full bonuses. Within his set, when you have the full 6-piece set, you gain the 5 ruined Mystic Allies at all times, and your damage is increased by 125% for each Mystic Ally. So that means we are getting a 1250% bonus to our damage. In addition to, that is if you have the crudest boots, which basically doubles the number of Mystic Allies you have. And then of course we're using the Uliana's 2-piece bonus so that every third hit of our spirit generators applies an exploding palm. Other notable pieces here, we do have a Convention of Elements. We don't really need a Convention of Elements, it's just what I had. Same with an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. And I had crafted a couple Hellfire Amulets for this build. The one that finally rolled with a good passive, though, was Ancient and appears to be pretty well rolled. So I apologize for that, but what are you going to do? So that's about it. We do get Mystic Ally damage increase by a few different things, as well as extra exploding palm damage and extra Way of the 100 Fists damage where you can get it. For skills, we're using Way of the 100 Fist. I'm using Wind Force Flurry, so that every third hit generates a wave of wind that damages enemies in its path. For Cyclone Strike, we're going with the Implosion Rune to deal the Cyclone Strike over a larger area. We're also using Bindings of the Lesser Gods so that enemies hit with Cyclone Strike are going to take 200% extra damage from our Mystic Allies for 5 seconds, which means we're going to be running through this rift, and at least this low-level rift, the Mystic Allies are just going to kill everything as we just run through. It's essentially even a speed build, if you will. Exploding Palm, we're going to be using the Impending Doom rune for more damage. I like the Quicksilver rune for Dashing Strike because it allows us to get an extra charge. Epiphany with Desert Shroud for a little extra, a little bit of extra tankiness, if you will. And we're using the Fire Ally. Doesn't really matter which rune you pick since you get all 5 runes. For passives, we've got the Beacon of Utar for reduced cooldown, Alacrity for 15% increased attack speed on our spirit generators, Harmony so that we get extra elemental resistances, and of course Sixth Sense to reduce non-physical damage taken by 25%. And like I said, we do have the near-death experience passive on our Hellfire Amulet. For Paragons, since this is a starter build, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the last one, which is only having a total of 50 points in each tab, or whatever you want to call it, just to make things a little more fair for beginning of the season stuff. We're going to be going with area damage, resist all, critical hit chance, and movement speed. And in the cube, we're using a Rhyme Heart just because it's just a random weapon. I could have picked Ingeom, but I don't know how often you're going to be able to find an Ingeom in the season. Depth Diggers for extra damage, and Ring of Royal Grandeur, like I said, which is necessary to get all the set bonuses. And that actually did drop our damage, toughness, and recovery quite a bit, but I don't think it's going to matter. So let's jump into a GR30 and just kind of show you how the build plays. So as you can see, I mean, things are just exploding all over the screen, which is just the way we like it. I hate it when I whiff on my dashing strikes. It's so annoying. This is where an Ingeom would be nice, because I would be halfway across the map by now. In a perfect world, yeah, you would probably have a Ingeom, but it's not really necessary. At times when it's necessary, basically anytime there's an elite pack, what I'll want to do is Dashing Strike up to the elite pack, Cyclone Strike it, Cyclone Strike the elite pack, and then pop Mystic Ally, because that basically just blows up the enemies. Whoa, not sure what that lag spike was, but okay. See right there, I Dashing Struck in, popped Mystic Ally, and elites blew up. Speed pylons make this build kind of fun. They're not really that necessary. Conduit's obviously the best pylon in the game, in my opinion. And if you get a conduit pylon, everything's just going to die anyway. Like, before you can even try to hit it, you're literally just gonna run by, and everything's just gonna die. So, and really, power pylons function the same way with this build because you have all that additional damage from the Mystic Allies, and the Mystic Allies do their own damage. They kind of just kill everything if you just run by. Let's find a channeling pylon. As you can see, I hit the Rift Guardian once, and he died. Because my Mystic Allies were there killing everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be it for this video. There's not really a whole lot else to say. It's a fairly fun build. It might be the strongest of the starter builds, just because Inna's set is so strong right now. So, make sure to be on the lookout for my future build guides. I'm going to be doing at least one more starter build guide for the Crusader with the Ahkkan set. And other than that, we will see you all next time. This is Primetime CP23, and I'm out.